So you may be asking yourself, Sean, why are we devoting a valuable riff deconstruction slot to a somewhat obscure Incubus song off of Morning View? And what I have to say to that is, first of all, watch your tone. And second of all, this is an awesome song, and it is a fantastic demonstration of playing in a 7/4 timing. So if you've never heard the song, it sounds something like this. So, 7/4. Now, most songs are in the timing of 4/4, which means you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The second most common time signature is 3/4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. And what we're going to talk about is combining both of those time signatures into one bigger time signature. 4 plus 3 is 7. And we're going to end up with this cool little acoustic guitar riff, right? So really just how to play it is really pretty simple. You have a power chord on the 7th fret of the A string, which is an E, and then you grab the 9th fret of the D string, right? It's 5th. So right now we have just a power chord, an E power chord right here, A, D string. I'm using my thumb to get the A and the D string. Now I'm gonna grab the open B and E strings to kind of help me out here with my fingers right here. Now you can do it like that, you can do it with a pick if you want, but I'm just gonna go thumb, thumb, index, and middle. I'm gonna do that twice. All right. Now, the theory behind this is we have an E and a B, and then we have a higher B and a higher E. So it's kind of like a super power chord, if you want to look at it that way. Now we're gonna take this all the way back to the 3rd fret to make it a C. But we're gonna keep that B and that E there. So we kind of have a C power chord with a B in it. It kind of gives like a major 7-ish feel to it. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So it still works, right? Because we still have that E note and a B note, kind of grounding it. With C, it's major 3rd, it's 5th, and then a 7, right? So basically it's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So because I'm counting to 3 first and then 4 the second time, you can see it as interchanging bars of 3 and 4, but no, we're combining it to be a 1-7 count. Now, until you have experience counting to 7, it could be easier to count 3, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But the second half of this is after we get through the first two kind of power chord things, we're gonna hit the open E string, which is gonna lead us into the 6th fret on the E string, and then we're gonna take what's kind of like a major bar chord shape, but really I just have 6E, my ring finger, on 8A, the D string is open, and my middle finger is on 7G. And now I'm getting E, A, and then the D string and the G string together. All right, same kind of time you use the other one. 1 and 2 and 3 and. And then we're gonna take this all the way back to the F, same shape. And I'm getting the 1st fret on the E string, the 3rd fret on the A string, and then I'm kind of grabbing, see my middle finger is still on the 2nd fret, the G string there, and then I'm hitting the highest 3 strings. So all together we just have kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 spots that this goes through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The and of 4 is where you hit that open string. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1. So different ways to count it. Again, I think it's a little bit easier to think about splitting it between 3 and 4, and then instead of counting to 7. Also because especially if you're counting out loud, just saying 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and. The fact that 7 has 2 syllables in it, if you like counting the number first, it's easier just to break it into 3 and 4. Again, that's I think that's what really helped me in counting and dealing with maybe odd time signatures, even like 5, 7, sometimes like 13, stuff like that, is by subdividing that into maybe time signatures that you're a little more familiar with, right? So I guess it's a really cool song because it's not super hard to play, but it sounds really pretty, okay? Now, what is not uncommon for this is when it goes into the chorus, it actually goes back into 4. So a lot of bands will do this where they kind of change time signatures within the song, and I think this is like a really accessible one to maybe get into like exploring different time signatures, and if that's something that you're interested in, just to kind of, you know, get your feet wet, so to speak, with a really cool acoustic song from what I think is a great band off of, again, what I think is their best album. So definitely check that out, and if you have any questions or comments, hit me in the comments section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.